Lyndon State College, now known as the Northern Vermont University, has some interesting tales themselves. When it comes down to scary ghost tales, it's very interesting of what you unravel. For example, did you know that the Lyndon State College Theater has Emma, a female ghost that hanged herself? A person made a joke about her once when his water glass fell off the table and then stood upright. Musicians have problems with their props. Tightropers seem to fall like it was as if someone pushed them. And sometimes, during the plays, a female dressed in 1900s fashion. Now, that was it for what I could find. However, upon further investigation, we learned a few other things, actually, about the Northern Vermont University, and as follows. In summer of 1986, this person worked in Dibden, most often alone. She had too many strange occurrences there. Late night, AM, in the light booth, catwalk, and the elevator. Nothing menacing, more playful but scary at first. When you are locked inside alone and you hear hushed male voices in the back stair area of the light booth, it makes an impression. The elevators move floors on their own or refuse to work until I played the game of upstairs, downstairs a few times. They became just a part of the building after time. Only once did I bolt out after a door slammed in my face. Another person writes, I stayed a couple times over breaks for bed and breakfast or sport, or BAB. When there weren't many people around, there were a few times I heard running or conversations in the hall, but when I went out to see who it was, because it was super late, no one was in the hall or the common room. Martinity with the running. That happened several times in the 3 years I lived there. The conversations were in Gov North. Other witnessed these things too. They shared similar stories. Another person also writes that they know that the Murdertita is haunted too. It's actually the best building on campus because the ghosts are the most friendly, and they show themselves from time to time. They are not in your face. I know I definitely had one experience. I was just typing a paper during the day, just sitting on my bed. The window wasn't open. It was winter outside. I happened to look up straight at my closet and one of my shirts were moving back and forth. It was the only one. I stared at it until it stopped. I got a vibe that something happened in that closet. I decided to ignore it. Like I said, that building is actually the best building. More people have came in and said that they have started a music major well before I knew the history of Dibden, and one afternoon I was in the women's restroom on the west floor adjacent to the gallery, and I figured there was someone in there with me. I could hear the feet and shuffling. The toilet even flushed. The person never came out. Thinking the person was sick, I knocked on the bathroom door, and it opened, and it was empty. But to say that the person avoided the bathroom unless there was somebody else with them. They also saw a shadow figure on the top floor of either the governor's or senators. I can't remember which dorm or which side, but I was secured inside the building after the year had let out with only one other person in the entire dorm. We were in charge of collecting and cleaning the micro fridges. It was raining and all the doors were closed. I yelled out to the person I was with, thinking he had just walked across the hall. Nope, he was in the basement. I've never ran down the stairs so fast. Finally, the last little story I can find about Lyndon State College or Northern University, Vermont is one time when walking up the library on a Saturday night, I think, we discovered that one of the bathrooms was locked and the student workers did not have a key. We called security and a student officer came over. She knocked on the door before opening it, and we both were confident that we heard a little girl laughing from inside. When the door was open, however, the room was empty. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually kind of glad I could find a little bit more to Lyndon State College, aka now known as Northern Vermont University. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, keep your eyes and ears open, because you never know when an apparition may appear in front of you. Also, if you have a ghost story of your own, please feel free to leave a voice message to be featured on an upcoming Haunted Vermont episode. And until next time, keep it spooky.